Cool. Let's play D&D. So you guys have arrived back at the Elf Song Tavern. The haunting music playing. The the haunting music playing. The smell of torches and burning lamps in the air. Most of the patrons have filtered out for the evening. There's just the elf who looks like he's working on his screenplay in the corner. He's the only one that's still around. Everybody else seems to have filtered out for the evening. The owner, Arya, is still around, and the bartender, whose name I don't remember, but it's in my notes, is behind the bar doing his last bit of cleaning for the evening.
Layla's like, I don't mean to make you dirty another glass, but I could use a drink.
He's like, hey, we don't turn away paying patrons here. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. Something
What's his
strong.
name? Halfling. Oh, his name is Wall Knightley.
Interesting name. Whoa.
Is that too?
Whether he's there
I
or
think
not.
that's how you
he's
say
on the
that.
wall.
Is that how you say that
Wall.
name?
Yeah, I mean in English. It's German.
Yeah, Wall, like the Clippers. Wall
Unless
Clippers.
it's Waul.
Not I think it's German.
Whoa.
Waul.
Vowel. It'd probably be vowel. Vowel nightly.
I forget how to say things in German.
Yeah, Wall.
It's however you
Wall.
want to. It's however you want to pronounce it.
Okay. Well, we're
It's
gonna call him
Fantasyland.
that. He's like, he gives it to you. He'd be like, probably be the last drink of the night anyway, and winks at you.
She just
Good
giggles.
morning. So.
And he leans over, and Aurelia, the owner, is going around starting to put things out for the evening. He leans past Layla, looks at the guy at the table, and he's like, Ulrich. Whoa, his accent changed wickedly there. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, Ulrich, we're closing for the night. You gotta head up to your room, man. Pack your shit up.
Wink, wink.
And he starts packing all of his goods.
He's where we commissioned all that random junk from.
Joyden apparently wanders over toward Buster.
So Buster, I heard you were sharing a room tonight. I say hint, hint, wink, wink out loud.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Yes.
So seeing as we're going to our rooms now, I think we should do that.
All right, we should go to our room now.
Feel free to fall asleep first. I will. I will. I'll fall asleep later.
And like while this conversation is going on, Layla, Ira, and Wall walk by in the background, like arm in arm. and you can see him like he's looking at Layla and looking at Ira, looking at Layla and looking at Ira, and then like he just looks up like he's saying a prayer.
He's not gonna make it through the night.
And they go up to their rooms and have weird, loud sex.
Cool.
Well, I'm probably gonna stay down here.
Because the walls are thin.
Probably. The Elf Song is an old building. It's one of the oldest buildings in Baldur's Gate. So it's stone, which helps, but the interior is mostly wood. And it's well kept, and it's the only building in the neighborhood that doesn't have graffiti painted on it. Like it doesn't say yellow shirts rule or have a painting of one of the Lords of Water or Lords of Baldur's Gate on the outside. But you guys filter in, and Jordan, what are I, as the dungeon master, am a little lost. What are you trying to communicate to Buster here? Are you flirting? What's happening?
So, earlier on, I think 2 days ago now, we like when we got off the ship, we I was just like, hey, because of the incident where Buster was, clearly trying to kill Curtis, I think we should switch rooms, and I was going to room with Buster. So nothing sexual, just make things.
Dang it! I was excited.
Yeah, I thought that you had the hots for old Buster's nuts.
Maybe Buster cleans up pretty well.
So he does look good right now. He's all cleaned up. So Kelric, as Layla and Ira and this bartender are heading up the stairs, you can see. Make a perception check, and then Susie, mute your mic for a second.
Oh no.
Oh my.
I'm scared.
Oh dear.
Ira looks back over her shoulder, like at Kelric, as they're going up the stairs. And Kelric, you can tell the look on her face is a little sad.
That's okay. Look on his face is too.
Aww.
It's okay. He knew what he was getting into.
And yeah, I think but she's hungry, so unfortunately. So yeah, is anybody else want to do anything for the evening as the place starts to close up for the night? You guys head up to your rooms.
It's 9:00 on a Saturday.
Yeah. You guys can always visit each other in the night, go knock on a door, have conversations with your roommate. Anybody need to do any of that?
I'm gonna take Globby out of my hat and groom him because I don't think I've done that in a while.
I don't think if you've ever done it.
I've never.
But he magically discorporates, so it's not a huge deal. He comes back from wherever he goes when he gets popped, and is just covered in black slime though.
Delish.
So Buster plops down, takes his hat off. Globby pops off his head and becomes visible. And Buster, like a mother monkey chimpanzee with their kid, starts picking through his fur and removing little nits and bobs and chunks of black tar and a bit of blood, and he's got some poison from his tail on the back of his head that needs to be scrubbed away. So Jordan, this is happening in the middle of your room.
Oh,
You asked for this.
I did. I volunteered, but no, it's fine. I just pull out some nice work in my cobbler set and just start working on that while
Jordan starts making shoes. Sees this, it's like, I'm gonna go make a shoe.
Yeah. So I felt some inspiration coming on. I think just starts sewing together tongues and little parts of it. Just
okay. So
watch.
The evening begins to wind down. If nobody has anything else, the night comes to an end. Morning rises. Layla, you wake up in the morning cuddled up with Ira. It seems that Wall is an early riser and is gone.
Early riser, eh?
Of course he is.
There's a note on the bedside table.
Great, he left us a note. I'm gonna read it.
You open it up and it says, not skipping out on you, have to open the bar.
Does it add breakfast on me?
Does not.
Physically or?
She's gonna, put it in her bag because she's kind of liked it, It's all good. She's gonna do her morning stuff.
Yeah, you go through your morning beauty routine. Ira tries to mirror it, but you can tell it's a lot more awkward for her. She's not practiced. You kind of have to help her with her makeup. It's like teaching a little kid to do their makeup.
Oh, does she do a little prayer to Soon, or is that incinerator?
She's like, I'm not sure how praying to a god would react with my body. Maybe you pray for me, and we'll see what that does first. But don't cast the spell. Just say something nice.
Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, soon, please look after my fiendish friend. She's trying to be good. Fuck, I don't know if that's gonna work. But anyway, whatever.
She's like,
Oh,
I
I
haven't.
got some Clara.
She's like, I haven't killed anybody in like 4 centuries. That's got to be worth something.
Right? You would think. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes the effects aren't immediate.
Oh my God, what is that TV show we used to watch about the chick who's a succubus
Hmm?
I don't remember.
with the fairies and shit?
I don't know.
Role play amongst yourself.
Okay.
What? The
Uh,
only thing I can think of is Charmed, maybe, but
No. Lost Girl.
what? Now?
The show's called Lost Girl. It's good. Watch it.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. Anyway, does anybody else have like a morning routine they need to go through?
Chris gets up and like does morning stretches.
And I
That's
feel
it.
like for Jordan, there's a lot of like watching Kurt Buster over the
yeah,
night. You wake up
yeah.
scared.
I was definitely like on edge all night. Like I didn't really sleep at all. It was like 30 minutes. I would like fall asleep. Oh, I'd like wake up, make sure Buster's still sleeping and in the same spot.
Pat
You
yourself
just
down. Make sure
you have
you're
a
real.
nightmare where you wake up and Buster's familiar is just sitting on your chest staring at you.
And then you realize you're actually awake. And Buster's familiar is just sitting on your chest watching you curiously.
Oh my god.
But you
It's
move,
like-
you're like, you get off me, and he like flaps back and squawks at you.
It's like shh, I'm trying to not sleep. Don't bother me.
He's like hovering toward the ceiling, kind of cocks his head from side to side like he doesn't understand you. Okay. Does the rest of you?
I think in the morning I do want to talk to Buster, like as
Alright.
as he wakes
Be
up.
my guest.
Yeah. So Buster, like I imagine that you slept peacefully.
Yes, it's been a while since I've slept well. How about you?
You know, came and went. I normally sleep alone, so sleeping with other people is a new experience. Rub my eyes. So. But never mind about me. I'm just making sure that that you're okay, because you don't know if nightmares is a common occurrence for you.
Why, ever since, things became more clear, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
A weight has been left on your shoulders.
No, it's been lifted. I said it weird.
Oh,
Sorry.
Gotcha. Well, that's good.
And like
I'm glad.
while this conversation is going on, Jordan, you can see that Globby at some point in the night has gotten all of the stuff out of your suitcase and built a nest in the corner
Oh
and is
no.
like curled up in it. And then
Oh.
he wakes up while you guys are talking, and he sort of like stands up and like his little taloned feet click clack across the floor, and then he just stands next to Buster and holds up his hand.
No.
Oh, my little friend. Did you have a good sleep?
He
Yeah,
nods.
look. Oh,
Just
well.
like standing in the middle of the room holding hands.
Aw, little baby. Come on,
It's like,
It's
So
a
just leave
gesture
my
that
stuff there.
feels familiar.
This is true. Yeah, now it does. It does feel familiar. Reminds you of holding little tiny Filbert's hand.
he kind of gets a sad, sort of look in his eye whenever he realizes that, and he's just like, "Here, come here, let Papa put you under his hat. Good boy."
It climbs up under he climbs up under your head, turns invisible, and then you put the hat over the top.
yeah. that's so adorable. Like you're really good with small children. They're, you know, you're a gentle soul when you want to,
I
and
wish
sometimes when you're not wanting to be, which is weird.
well, I've got a lot to relearn, I suppose.
I,
I want to.
you have good intentions. I'm sure they'll come through eventually.
Thank you. And hopefully he didn't keep you up all night.
Yeah, most of it. Fine though. I don't need much sleep when I have alcohol.
And he just pokes his head. Globby, that was naughty.
You just feel a talon shift on your head. What? I gotta look. What is an imp's intelligence? Because I think they're smart enough to talk.
It's
He
like
might just
11.
refuse.
He's got like
Eventually this will load and I'll tell you.
my sheet says it's like 11 for his
Okay, yeah.
intelligence.
Then yeah, they're average human intelligence, which is not
Wow.
that smart. But um,
Mhm.
what languages does he speak?
Common and infernal.
Oh, he speaks Common. Holy fuck! You guys can talk to this guy. We're just gonna assume he mostly doesn't, but
Mhm.
Smart and
But he
I
could
mean,
if
smart
he
enough
wanted
to
to.
talk. Yeah, but
yeah, I may slip it in occasionally. I'll have to come up with a personality.
I hope he sounds like a 4-year-old, just because it would make me very amused.
So, the rest of you begin to pile downstairs, or Buster has good intentions when he wants it. Cool. So you guys come downstairs. I assume you order the break fast.
Yum, yum, yum,
Uh,
yum, yum.
the bartender, Wall, is behind the bar, doing his bartending thing. He'll put in your breakfast orders. He seems a little sheepish in the morning, like he doesn't quite know how to parse what he's supposed to do next. But like he doesn't know what he's like. Did last night mean anything? You can tell he's having that conversation with himself in his head. He's like, "What, did we just bone? Just am I supposed to get her flowers? What's the right fucking thing to do here?"
Mhm.
See, he tries to go about his normal business, but is not apparently not as used to one night stands as Layla and Ira.
I think Layla just
Give her an
kind of
escort card.
right. I think she, as he's taking her order, she just kind of stands up, gives him a kiss on the cheek. She goes, "That was great. I'll have," and then trails off on breakfast food.
Yeah, half orc blushes. Um, so the morning you guys all gather around a table, plop down. The song doesn't seem to play early in the morning, but it's a big plate of like there's no like what's your breakfast order? It's like do you want breakfast? And if the answer is yes, they bring you like it's a big slice of ham, like 3 eggs, a plate of beans. Um what else would be like a good like it's like an English breakfast. It's a big heavy like fucking here's a lot of protein kind of breakfast.
uh,
Half
Uh
a tomato
muffins,
you have a
that's been
tomato,
grilled.
some muffins, yeah. It's like a full English breakfast. It's huge.
hash
Um
browns.
and heavy. And they serve like they have like a morning beer, like a morning ale. So it's a low alcohol, low ABV kind of beer. Almost like what we would think of as a light beer. So there's this big giant ass spread for breakfast. But like I said, they don't take an order. They just bring you a bunch of goddamn food. Um, and you guys are kind of sitting around the table. And Ira is like, "So, Buster, where'd you get your little friend? The, Globby."
You mean my little son?
Sure. Where'd you get him?
And he takes him out of his hat. Where did you come from?
She's holding an invisible thing, and she's
It's
like,
just
"Well, I can." Iris says, "I can tell you where they come from, but it's an unpleasant story. I was just wondering how you ended up. Like, do you know his true name, or like, how did you end up with him in your service? Because demons don't just serve people, especially
don't.
not the way he. No, like." I'm kind of beholden to Layla because she helped me get out of the mirror and she knows my name. But like, if somebody were to kill me here on this plane, I'd go back to the nine hells and I would just be stuck there unless somebody could summon me. But he just comes back. Like I saw him, and you're like holding him. He's invisible. You can feel him shifting around in your hand. She's like, I saw him get killed here, but like he just comes back.
Before he's just always been there.
She's like, okay. Well, in Avernus, in the Nine Hells, when you go there, you start out as basically a big maggot, right? And if you're good at being a
Delicious.
big maggot, then you get promoted, right? So if you're good at being a big maggot, you get promoted to like a dretch. If you're good at being a dretch, you're particularly vindictive. You get promoted and you might become like an imp. So, at some point, I was probably an imp. I don't remember that, but at some point, I got promoted to what I am now. And she kind of clicks her nails on the table, and she's like, "So, anyway, just be real careful with him.
Do you
Make sure
think
he's not just like looking for a promotion." And when she says that, you could hear like a hiss, like you could feel Globby like vibrate in your hands.
nonsense? Globby loves me, right?
Yeah, you can feel him like nuzzle down.
Oh,
It's a good boy. Promotion. I don't know why he'd want a promotion. A promotion from who?
Typically just like one of the lords of the nine hells. Like I think a Sarac made me a succubus, but it's been or not a Sarac, Asmodeus made me a
Uh,
succubus, but that's been like 2,000 years ago, so I don't remember very well. You kind of forget stuff over time. Anyway,
Yeah,
these
2,000 years
eggs.
is a long time.
These are some real good eggs. Where's the lady who makes the eggs? I'm gonna go talk about eggs, and she just sort of like pushes away from the table awkwardly.
oh,
She's like, I'm
Globby
I'm sure you
eggs.
guys have to like plan your next step or something. Anyway,
Speaking of eggs, Chris, how's that one doing?
What? Oh, I'm keeping it warm, so we'll find out. So, after what Ira just said, do you think it's gonna hatch a little maggot? Think I'll have it?
Do you want a magnet?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going to come out of this egg. I'm just curious.
Okay.
I don't know. That seems like a possibility. At it.
Can I
I don't
look
know
at
the
it?
life cycle of demons.
Would like Kelric is like makes that look like I know I'm going to regret asking. Do you
Yeah, sure, why
want me to
not?
look and
Just
see how far it is in its
be
cycle?
very careful with it. I felt it move before, I think. So
it's definitely like moved around. Like Chris, you think it's
yeah.
pretty close to hatching. The egg itself has actually gotten bigger. Like it's
What should I
Shit.
expanded.
roll?
How big is it?
Nature or medicine? A little bigger than a chicken egg.
Okay.
Okay, holding it up to the light, Kelric, you can see some amorphous form moving around inside, but like you see teeth and claws and maybe feathers.
Ooh.
There's something in there, like holding it up to a candle. There's something in there that's mostly developed,
Um,
but you can't make out its exact shape or form, but you can tell that it is in the late stages of being an egg. It will probably hatch within the next week.
Ooh.
It's almost ready. You might want to keep it somewhere besides there, because it looks like it's gonna have teeth.
Well, that's okay. I usually have like some meat or something on my.
Okay, just letting you know, you might end up getting scratched.
That's. I mean, how do you think I hatched from my egg, Kellerick?
Aw.
Could you give me a big grin?
I like and like Aurelia, the owner, is like putting down a cat, like the like a cask of juice or something, and she's just like stops, and she's gonna be like, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that, okay?
Okay. Did you have? Were the teeth sharp?
What, my teeth?
No. To Chase, were the
Yeah.
did you have sharp teeth
Who, me?
initially? Yeah, because or I don't.
I
Are they
mean-
now?
I don't know. I feel like Chris, growing up in like the wild, like she probably has dulled over time, just chewing on stuff, just things. So probably they used to be sharper.
Okay, because yeah, the shape of your face, um, it doesn't lend itself to biting that way to start off.
I don't know if I used my face to crack myself out of it.
I'm what I'm saying is that whenever you came out of your egg, I saw the teeth. If you were in an egg, I would be able to see your teeth.
What? What? Kellerick, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. I'm just gonna put this egg back in my armpit
Okay.
where it lives.
I was
Keep
just
it nice and warm.
telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Because some animals are pretty mean right after being hatched, like snakes.
So
Oh,
Ira
They
like sits
mean?
back
Are
down at the
snakes mean
table.
when they're hatched?
Huh?
Is that a
Some,
thing?
mostly not. Mostly
Oh,
they just
okay.
hatch and then they like go look for something to eat. Um, they don't like feed on their mothers, but there are species that do that.
Nature's a wonderful place.
Those fucking parasitic
snakes-
wasps. So
Yeah, the eating spiders.
the ones that like lay their eggs in caterpillars freak me the fuck out.
Mhm.
There's
so
some that lay their
Ira
eggs.
sits back down at the table and is like, "Oh, there's no secret to the eggs. They just cook them in the grease from the ham." So,
That'll do it.
what are we doing now? Like, what are
Are
we
we
going?
going to the tower
Desert.
today?
Where's the tower?
In the desert?
The Anarok
Where is-
Desert. I believe you guys have a map of the Sword Coast. So let me bust
Yes.
it out. You guys are here in Baldur's Gate. The Anarok Desert is way the
Yeah,
fuck
so
up here.
Are you
we've got
fucking
a
kidding me?
while.
Ooh.
That was actually closer to Waterdeep almost.
That's a huge ass desert.
It's bigger than that actually. It stretches down like the Well of Dragons and Darkhold and the Sunset
Ooh.
Mountains, and this sort of borders it. So this map's not completely accurate. But about 100 miles north of Darkhold, past the Battle of Bones, is where the
Look, the map says it's only 20 feet.
Anarok Desert starts.
We need camels.
Think we're going to need horses.
Just to be clear too, this like path that leads this way, this is not a road, it's a river. It runs right through Waterdeep.
But
If we
And
follow
Oh,
the
sorry,
river,
Baldur's Gate runs right through Baldur's Gate.
but that river is going towards the ocean, not towards the desert.
Yeah, but you've seen barges inside of Baldur's Gate, like in the city, going both ways. So there's
So we could take
trade.
a boat.
There's trade that heads up the river, but there's not really a road.
Hmm.
I mean, if we follow the river, we'll have a water source.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way.
I can make water
Well,
and food.
but then we would have to go by horse / some sort of transportation because I ain't walking that far. My shoes ain't made for walking.
I don't think we.
That kind of.
I don't think we could take a cruise to wherever. I don't think they have cruises on the river.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
just been barges, big heavy ships, sailing ships that you see going in and out of the city. Some of them go out into the ocean, some of them go upriver. They actually sail upriver. Um, some of them use oars. The river, have you guys all seen the Mississippi
Yeah.
River? It's that size. It's a massive
Okay.
fucking river.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a casino boat.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that.
A lot of the barges coming from like upriver are laden down with stone, so they actually have giant black stones laying on them. And a lot of the ones going up the river have more menial supplies, so things that would be produced in are traded for in Baldur's Gate. Textiles and things that would be difficult to find or get further up inland.
And we hopping on a trade ship?
I guess.
We have enough funds to freaking buy a trade ship.
It'll probably be faster, right, to do boat?
There's no road. You could travel overland. It would take.
Oh, the red's not a road?
Oh, I guess there is a road. So yeah. No, it's the tradeway. So you could take the tradeway. You could take the road. Let me see if you guys took horses.
At least part of the way.
You couldn't take the river all the way there.
You could take it to the Well of Dragons.
So a horse could travel like 50 to 60 miles a day over the road. A barge travels like going upriver like 8 knots an hour, which is like just right around 9 miles per hour. So 9 times 12. The things you learn as a dungeon master. So you do like close to 100 miles in a day on a barge, and you could do 60-ish miles a day via road.
Well, is the barge gonna go 24 hours or just 12?
Typically, so do you want to ask around town and find out?
Sure.
I would also like to look for a bookstore.
What was that?
I would also like to look for a bookstore. I think.
Baldur's Gate.
Well,
yeah,
it's. Sorry.
A lot of people tell you if you ask around about bookstores, there's a few small ones. Knowledge doesn't seem super important to Baldur's Gate. Asking around, a lot of people point you toward Candlekeep, which is way to the south. It's about 2 days travel to the south. But Candlekeep, they tell you, is the place to go for books. It used to be a castle, and now it's a weird magical library.
I just wanted to find pics on animals with pictures.
Most of the barges, Layla, asking around, are run by families. So they're not giant ass ships. They don't have passenger boats or ships. Most of them are like a clan, like maybe grandparents, their kids, and their grandchildren. So most of them are run by families. There's 10-ish to 15 people on them. They're not giant sailing ships, they're river ships. So they're smaller, The kids work on them. What was your specific question about them? Got distracted.
If you could travel more miles in a day than on horses?
Most of them because that's where I was going. Most of them because they are run by a family group, a unit. They work in 12-hour shifts. So they don't sail 24 hours, 7 days a week. They'll sail for 12 hours at night. They make dock somewhere. They stop. So, but in that 12 hours, they'll travel about 100 miles. Where on a horse, and 12 hours of travel, a full day of travel, you're likely to make it about 50 to 60 miles. So it's about twice as fast, but it may be harder to get onto the ship than it would be to just buy horses.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Well, if we get horses, I don't know. Do you still want to go get some books, Kelric? Or...
Nah, it looks like the where I want to go is a ways, and it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Candlekeep is
say,
literally a magical library.
I don't need a magical book. I just need a normal book.
It's not. They have every book. The only way to get into Candlekeep, the only way to have to be invited in to actually not peruse, but to be able to have access to the library, is to bring them a book they don't have.
Oh,
Wow.
maybe we could have gotten the book from Castle Renters.
I'm just going to put this
that-
this handwritten book by the guy for the children away.
You guys can also teleport. You don't have the ability yourselves, but you can pay for teleportation. It's just very expensive.
I should
like-
give that. Ooh.
It's like 1,000 gold.
Per person or per teleport?
Hang on, let me look up.
If Jinx likes to read, I should give Jinx the book and tell him about it.
You got a book of what? Written by somebody? Well, of course it's written by somebody.
I got a
book
book
magic
of
itself.
stories from the guy upstairs
That's right.
that he wrote himself, so I'm pretty sure it hasn't been published yet. but it is for the kids, so.
Is there a place that makes armor here?
Yeah,
Do they make plate mail?
definitely.
How much is plate mail?
I think a suit of plate mail is like 1,500 or 2,000 gold.
Yikes.
You
Okay.
can have enough for that.
How how long would it take to travel? Like what's the difference between Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate and where?
The Rock.
The Anarok Desert. It is a good week's. By horse, probably 2 weeks. It's probably a week plus to Darkhold, and then by boat, well, it's probably about a week by boat to Darkhold, and then by horse, it's probably about 2 weeks to Darkhold. I think you'd have to travel north from there.
I mean, I still have to stay around the city for a few days because we commissioned a raven that does math from the dude upstairs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Why did we get
I
that?
almost did, but I was like, didn't I buy something? What was it?
What did you want this meth raven for, Kelric?
It counts things.
It's good around tax season.
Yeah, you ask it like you can do something like say how many people are in this room, and it would count the number of people in the room. Or
Would it do it like
how many beans are in the jar, and it can tell you how many beans are in the jar.
But would it count them one by one, or would it
It does them quickly.
just? Oh, okay.
Like it's like a magic calculator, sort of.
Like
So
a
in other
coin
words,
star?
if we brought it with us to that room full of money, we could be how much money is in this room, and it would just tell us.
Yeah, it'll tell you how many of each things.
I would really like the idea of something
Metric
like
system
that,
of money.
but it
Then I want
doesn't
plate.
like the count from Sesame Street. So it
You
just
wear heavy
counts
armor?
it really slowly.
You can have a
but
suit of
extremely
plate mail
accurately.
commission. Man.
How long does a suit of
Aw.
plate mail take to commission?
They have most of the parts on hand, so it's a matter of customizing it to you.
Cinching it up? Okay.
So probably 2 days.
Okay, yeah, I want that. I've decided to buy plate mail, guys.
Cool.
I want to make over
Might
too.
get some.
But how will you show off your girlish figure?
10 copper equals 10 silver. 10 silver equals 10 gold. 10 gold equals 1 platinum. So 10 copper is 1 gold. 10 gold or 10 gold is 1 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold. 10 gold is 1 platinum. I think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We'll go with that.
Hang
Yeah.
on. One platinum piece is 10 gold pieces, yeah. And then there's Electrum, which we don't talk about.
What do you? No, there's nothing there.
We don't touch that stuff.
No,
No.
because like it's weird because like an Electrum, 2 Electrum is 1 gold piece, but 1 Electrum is a tenth of a gold piece, or a tenth of a platinum, and I don't know. It's fucking weird. It doesn't make sense.
Huh.
It's okay. So, and a copper is 1/50th of an Electrum. A silver piece is 1/5 of an Electrum. A gold piece, 2 gold pieces is 1 Electrum, and then 20 platinum. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't like it.
Okay. So it's like a nickel, or like a
Yeah, but
Or
even
no.
our money, it's 1 to 100, right? 100 cents is $1.
yeah.
You know, which is
Right.
easily it's easily divisible, right? So $1 is easily divisible by 5, but Electrum isn't like that. It's not easily divisible by the quantity of gold like every other fucking coinage in the universe.
I think it's like it's like a unit that since wow, none of this is a sentence. I'm sorry. I think it's a unit that if you think about it as being like nickels, dimes, and pennies, it's like the copper or the
It's like a half penny.
right. So like, and nobody wants to do change for that. So
No.
if you
Yeah.
spend one, they're like, "Now we're gonna round up or down, but we're not doing."
We're not fucking with that.
Right.
There's a reason we don't have half pennies anymore.
Nobody likes them. Hey, Penny.
Nobody likes it. So Layla goes off to have a suit of fucking armor commissioned.
I think I'm gonna go with
21
it
AC,
also
bitches.
by
You want to also buy a suit of plate mail?
maybe not plate. I don't know. I think the armor I have currently, I still have disadvantage on
Stealth. I think you're
so
right.
It wouldn't matter if I got plate mail or not.
It would make your AC higher potentially,
It
depending on
would.
what your dex is.
You know,
Do
I
you
thought
add
the
dex to
armor.
plate mail?
No,
I thought plate mail was just fat.
plate
flat.
mail. I think it's a flat 19.
18. It's a flat 18.
Okay, but Layla has a shield
And
Yeah.
the protection thing.
and a magic item. You guys all have the magic item.
Oh no. How do I undo? I think I'm. Never mind. Just right. Yeah.
So, yeah. What's the plan? Somewhere in the Interrock Desert, there's a great tower of metal that has fallen from the sky. That has a dragon in it that you want to talk to.
And there's
I
no
think we're gonna get
bookstore
horses.
here.
horses would be the best way to get there.
Probably. Should we get desert clothes?
Yeah, I think that might be good. Maybe some big jugs to carry water.
Yes.
Some big old jugs.
Ira's like, Layla, you just wanted to say big jugs.
Oh, you know me.
Big jag.
Big jugs. And
Nothing
then
to do with survival in the desert.
Ira, when you're carrying the jugs, I'm gonna say, "Get a move on, jugs."
It's not even funny.
Giddy up, jugs.
I love their rapport.
Yeah, I think Buster's right. I think that's a great plan. Get desert clothes, get like all prepared.
Yes. I just want an excuse to get out of this old clothes. I don't like them. They remind me too much of the past.
Oh, Buster.
You mean
Chill.
like 2 weeks ago past?
She gives Buster a hug.
Oh, hugs. Gives you the Buster pat, which is just like straining to reach up so it's not patting your butt.
So Buster, you wanna go shopping? You want a new
Oh.
look? Is it makeover time?
I would love that.
Well, let's just do it! Shopping spree!
Shopping
Okay.
spree.
So, is somebody keeping track of how much money you guys have?
Nope.
I keep track of how much funds that I have, but I
How
don't.
much
we
money
don't
do you
a-
have personally, Layla?
I have less now.
Did you spend the money for your armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have that much less. Because I had 318 platinum plus 1,000 gold, 1,059 gold. So now I have platinums.
Okay.
200 some odd platinums.
I for a second there when Denny stood up, I thought she was just holding up a pair of pants. I was really confused. I was like, why is she
It's
just
for
showing?
Buster's makeover.
Buster's
That's the
makeover.
pants Buster could wear.
So, what do we want to get for clothings for the desert that you're gonna take all the way up this fucking road with you?
I don't know, something light, right?
Yeah.
You'd want like a light robe, something.
No, I want to know individually what you purchase.
Oh.
Got
I
it.
want you to describe it to me. Give me that juice.
Okay, I think Chris probably buys like a cool looking cape with like a hood on it.
Ooh. Fancy.
I think Julian is going to get like a shawl. It's like mini see-through. It's going to be like reddish too. And also get like a scarf, more of like a light scarf to like cover her face and long enough to be able to wrap her head and most of her shoulders with it.
Okay. So Joyden gets her shawl and light scarf. Chris is gonna get decked out in some desert capage. What about everybody else? Oh,
And ha-
Keller's just gonna post a picture.
Without the extra gemstonage stuff, but
Okay.
kind of like that.
Cool. So
Is there a
Kellerk
bag
is
of
getting
holding?
sort of a cowl.
Ooh.
Could you buy a bag of holding?
Ooh. Is that a thing in the city?
You could buy one. They're just very expensive.
How expensive?
I think they're like 20,000 gold.
That's what I'm wondering.
20,000?
Might not be buying one of those.
Yika.
Well, doesn't it depend on the size? Aren't there different sizes?
There's a bag of holding and then there's a handy haversack. Bag of holding 5,000 gold. I was incorrect.
Okay.
Still
Not as
$500
bad.
Reasonable.
I don't have that kind of coin.
Feeny
Well,
platinum.
Can't we just
Oh.
like
Just 50
wire
platinum?
them the money.
Yeah, I have 50.
Think.
I have 50 platinum that I can.
500
Not
platinum.
500, not 50.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Damn.
I have 316 platinum. So if we
I think we
put our
all have
platinum
around 300
together,
platinum.
Yeah,
I think
could.
that's what you divvied up for us.
Yeah, so if we each donated 100 platinum, we could cover one.
Yeah,
I will.
Support
I will donate my 100 platinum for this.
yeah, I'll donate 100.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. You guys can, from some skeezy shop in town, can purchase a bag of holding. And
Nice.
who's
Does it
gonna
have a
carry
hole
it?
in it?
No. It's a bag
Not-
of devouring. Haha, fooled you. No. Hate
Oh
that.
no.
I'll carry it, I guess. I don't know.
I
I
should
have
because
a lot of junk
things
in
tend
my
to
inventory already.
disappear.
So you guys go buy this bag of holding. Chris immediately starts just shoving stuff into it.
I pull things out of all of my pockets. There's like all sorts of like bits and bobs of like weapons. There's vials of poison. Some extra short swords that I pulled off of some guy.
You can't
the
just
rest
Pieces
of
of
us.
animals.
You can't just shove it all in here. We gotta keep it organized, you know. The things that
I'm
are
putting
going to
all
get
my
crushed.
stuff to one side,
Yeah, but
so
we
I know where
get
it is.
you know the heavier stuff on the bottom first, and then the lighter stuff later. You know.
It's like a
That's
Trader
fine.
Joe's.
Don't worry about it.
It's a magic bag. That's not how it works at all.
I
You
dropped
literally
my
just throw
brass
shit in it.
knuckles. I just took.
Okay. So you guys begin getting desert gear.
Are there
Yeah,
potions in town?
you can buy potions.
What kind of potions they got in this place?
Probably potions of healing. A few potions of water breathing here or there.
Yep, gonna need those in the desert.
You know, normal potions.
Okay, hold on. Let me check my inventory. See what I have.
All right. Well, while you guys shop, I'm gonna pee.
You asked for this.
Gonna get me a wide-brimmed hat.
Oh,
And
I was gonna get a hat too.
we can
Hat
be
buddies.
You'll both have the same hat. Just one hat between the two of you.
What if it's like, that stupid petty fight where like you get the same prom dress?
One of us is gonna have to change.
Actually, that's funny that you should mention that because Kat did have prom dress.
Really?
It was really
With our
funny.
other friends.
Well, it was the same dress in different colors. So I think mine was blue and hers was white.
They were like different shades of blue, I think.
That's
Or something
amazing.
Maya's was like a darker shade of blue or something.
Wait,
Aw.
wait, I posted a photo somewhere.
Yeah, there are photos on Facebook somewhere. It was just an amazing coincidence.
We had a
It
good
was
laugh.
a friendship meant to be.
Aw.
Go all the way back because it was at the very beginning.
Oh,
The beginning.
What else would we? What else do we need, guys? Getting some jugs, some clothes.
Oh yeah, she had a light blue version of it, and mine was like black and dark blue.
We're definitely
oh,
gonna,
okay. I had him back.
depending on how far we're going to take these horses, we're going to need some water, food for them too. In the desert. I mean. If we're not taking them in the desert, then
That's true.
we can also store that with a bag of holding, like the water.
Well, I
It's
can
good to know that
do.
you haven't eaten that much since high school, Sydney.
I can.
What?
You still make
What?
the same faces.
Oh, yeah.
I can create
That's me.
food and water.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. But it only sustains 5 steeds. or 15 humanoids. So it's like we can't have more than 4 horses probably.
Well, as I said,
Well,
like
Kellert can be a horse.
well, I mean,
Just
if
for an hour.
we could just travel near the river, and then whenever we need to water the horses, we could just take them to the river.
Well, we can't travel near the river the entire time. 'Cause we'll have to.
Yeah, we can. Like not in the desert part, but you shouldn't not
Oh,
horses in the desert.
can't we take our horses in the desert?
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is like that's not the whole journey.
Trade them
Well,
out
yeah,
for camels.
but what are we gonna do
Mhm.
after?
Trade them out for camels.
Hopefully.
Yes.
It's the edge of the desert. I'm sure people will have a camel that we can.
I feel like Chris
That's
will be very attached to whatever horse we get, though, and then I won't want to.
Look, if you're going to be attached to it, Chris, but please note that you know, you want the horse to stay alive, and horses don't do well in deserts.
You don't know that.
I imagine that
There are a lot of like desert society.
Yeah,
Wild
but the
horses in the desert. I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
that's also with like deserts that have oases and places that to stop to get water.
How do you
and
know
such.
that this desert does not have one of those?
How do you know this desert
You don't
does
know.
have one of those? You don't know that. So we should also find out that, which I don't know if anybody in Baldur's Gate would know that, but
Can't we get like a magic like water fountain or something?
Aw.
This is what happened when I played Breath of the Wild, by the way. I wanted to take my horse with me everywhere, and I was very upset that there are places that you cannot take horses in that game.
Aw. Oh,
My horse
Can
is
we-
my buddy.
can we just like fill the bag of holding with water jugs full of water?
Okay, I guess.
I mean, how much does a bag of holding hold? That's really the question.
It depends on size, but I think it holds like.
Several hundred.
I was gonna say.
There is a limit, but it's ridiculously high.
Yeah, I thought it was like.
How much water does however many horses need for however many days in a desert?
How much wood can they chuck?
Gallons per day. It holds up to
Also-
500 pounds.
Chase,
Whoa.
I would like to buy a breastplate, I think.
Go for it.
Because I think I'll have like the same AC, but I won't have.
The disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, also I should add the outfit that I posted. He probably doesn't actually wear shoes. It's just
There's a lot of pokey things in the desert.
that's fair. But he knows a friend who makes shoes.
True.
several gallons a day.
Horses? Yeah, they drink a
Yeah.
lot, man.
Yeah,
Man.
but so that's like 60 gallons. So just doing some math. I'm not a math wizard. Even would probably be able to figure this out more than I would be able to. But that's 60 pounds.
10
That's
gallons.
60 gallons. It's 500.
On average, a horse will intake 5 to 10 gallons of fresh water per day.
Holy.
That's a lot.
They're big, so I guess it makes sense.
Nah, you just fill up the entire bag of holding with water. Like,
Yeah.
yep, just stick your face in there.
Yeah, just like those feed bags.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, anything that we put in the bag of holding comes out wet.
Oh man. It's like we just put it under a waterfall for a good like half hour and
Gallon of water weighs 8.34 pounds. So 500 divided by 8 point. So the bag of holding can hold 60 gallons of water. So
Wow.
it's enough. It's enough water for your horses for like a day and a half.
Cool.
Ugh. Why don't we just? I wish I was a frickin' Filbert so I could have us all pile onto a big spider.
Mhm.
Or just have an alchemy jug, so you can just be like water.
Here you go.
Can we
that
buy
would
one
be
of
the
those?
kind of-
You
Buy
cannot
a couple of those.
You cannot buy an alchemy jug now.
Damn it.
Call up your son and be like, we need a ride.
He
Filter
hasn't
up.
seen the giant spider.
Filbert, hi. Oh, so I'm a good guy now.
It's your dad. I was wondering if I could borrow some, giant robots in water.
Mhm.
No big deal. I'll pay you back.
Booty call.
Sorry.
Don't forget, we also need enough water for us.
Age-old question: are you using the eye nut?
Oh man, I don't think he gave me an eye nut.
Buster does not have an eye nut now.
Filbert was so disappointed with him, he didn't give him anything.
Whoa.
Oh, heartbroken.
If things had gone better, I didn't even plan they would, but Filbert probably would have been like, you know what, ring me up, but not yet.
Still
Don't flirt
try and
with
make
your
sense of them.
imaginary self, son. It's weird. So you guys go on a shopping spree. You buy new armor. You buy new outfits. You buy some potions. You buy some jugs. You buy a bag of holding.
How much
I assume
does
you're
a
looking into
full
buying
outfit like that
horses,
cost anyway?
huh?
How much does a full outfit like that cost?
Like 2.5 gold.
Ah, okay, cool.
Um,
Gotta take it off.
I assume you guys are gonna, yeah, you could either buy a wagon and a few horses, or horses for each of you.
I think the wagon would be better. That way,
Yeah,
these people can
probably.
stay protected from the sun.
It'd probably be easier to sell or like stable somewhere. We get the desert.
Mounts and vehicles.
Other
You want
caravan.
draft horses then for pulling the wagon? So
Sure.
2 draft horses to each that can pull, so you can pull the wagon at a reasonable speed, are going to be 50 gold pieces each.
Okay, I'll pay for one of those.
How nice do you want your cart slash wagon to be?
What are our price options?
Do you want so a cart, which is just like a flatbed, is going to be like 15 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Saddles are going to cost, a pack saddle's like 5 gold pieces for a pack horse. A riding saddle's like 10 gold pieces. Stabling, a wagon, which will have a cover on the back, would be 35 gold pieces.
Covered wagon.
Yeah, I say we get, something kind of, I guess, big enough to carry us and some supplies and covered.
Protect from the elements.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly, Curtis. Maybe a little bit more, not necessarily elegant, but more rugged. I don't know.
A big wagon would have a carrying capacity of about 400 pounds. So it wouldn't be able to carry all of you and all of your equipment.
Well, if we just shove it in the
Which
we
is
shove all of our equipment. Hold it.
yeah, plus like the water and any food you guys want to carry. Plus feed for the horses.
Also, 400 pounds. Actually, I don't think that would carry even all of us as people.
I don't know. Some people would be walking.
Yeah, I think
That's not a very big wagon.
maybe we could get a wagon and a couple more horses.
Or maybe a couple of wagons.
You get
Are we
get a
gonna
pair.
go
The
nuts?
Hawaiian wagon trains are a thing.
I feel
Uh,
like if it's 400, then about 3 of us would fit in one.
So you could
With
do
your-
a wagon and a few other horses. You could do a pair of wagons. You also think
I think a one wagon, a few horses would be my vote. Just and we could swap off in the wagon. Like the people could for resting purposes.
so. A riding horse is apparently 75 gold pieces. If you wanted to get real crazy and get a war horse, like a trained horse for killing shit, it'd be 400 gold pieces.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's up to you guys here. I will. Here's the list. I'll let you peruse.
how many horses does it take to pull a carriage?
You could technically do it with one draft horse. The draft horse can actually carry more weight than the fucking wagon. They don't sell camels in Baldur's Gate, unfortunately,
Aw.
Curtis.
Nah, you just buy a horse and cast polymorph on it and turn it into a camel.
you could go cheap, and instead of getting draft horses, you could get donkeys or mules, which are like 8 gold pieces.
Aw.
I want draft. I guess so.
Buy
Or
we
you could
could
go
buy
crazy and buy a fucking long ship for 10,000 gold pieces and hire a crew and have them sail it up the river for you.
I mean we could do that. We could just meet it there.
Yeah, and then we'd have a way to travel back too. Well, we'd have that with the horses.
Well, what I was saying was we could get a couple of draft horses and then just stable them at the thing until we get back.
Did we ever figure out how much it would cost to teleport?
It's 1,000 gold, but like you'd only be able to teleport between major cities. Like, so you could teleport to like Mirabar, Luskin, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Daggerford, Baldur's Gate. So cities along the Sword Coast.
I mean, if I'm okay, so is Waterdeep the same distance or closer than Anarok?
It's about the same distance from the desert, but you'd have to go through the Grey Peaks. You'd have to go through the mountains if you went through Waterdeep.
Mountains.
And there definitely isn't a road that goes from Waterdeep to the Anarok Desert.
Oh boy.
You could go north from Waterdeep up towards Silvery Moon, which is where the elves fucking live, and dip into the Waterdeep Desert through that pass.
I kind of liked the longboat idea. That sounded nice.
It would save time.
Mhm.
And horses.
That way I don't have to try to water a horse.
And that way we don't have to buy a horse and a camel. But
It's just a long ship and a camp.
Just a long ship and camp.
yeah, but you know,
That
we'll
would
have
just
to
be buying a ship and hiring a crew.
fuck. You're right.
I mean, again, we could just try and talk to a cargo ship that's heading up that way anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, what are we going to do with a ship after we get back home? Are we just going to own a ship then?
Could. Longships can sail along
Like
the
my
coast,
uncle does.
you know?
Yeah,
Fucking
but like,
fucking
Viking
Vikings use
it.
them all the time, you know?
We could
what
pirate,
are we
you know.
gonna do with it later, though?
Yar, har, fiddle-dee-dee.
It's going to be like one of our side hustles. We just have a boat now.
Yeah, pretty much. Just rent it out to people, and then
Yeah, that's how we get all that green juice from the thing. Is they don't come for the thing anymore. We just send longboats up to go get it. Yeah, I think we should try just talking to somebody who has it, because if like for cost purposes, probably buying passage for us would be cheaper than purchasing a horse
and a
Right.
boat.
or
And
two
okay.
and a wagon and everything else. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna put my 50 gold pieces back in my pocket
but
then.
a horse is a friend, though.
We still have to
Yeah,
buy
we
camels
get-
once we get into town.
That's true. I guess a
Yeah.
camel can also
So
be a friend.
Darkhold and the Well of Dragons, they're on like the outskirts of the desert. They're not in the desert. Just to point that out. So you would probably be able to get camels somewhere along the way. But that it's not a desert city.
Well, as soon as the ground starts going soft.
And I think the Well of Dragons is like it used to be. Yeah, it used to be like a military installation. I think it's abandoned now. It is.
Cool.
So Darkhold's gonna be your closest town, quotation marks.
well, do we want to go by horse or by boat?
Oh,
Because if we
I
go
vote
by
horse.
we can go there straight. Because it looks like we're gonna have to get some way of traveling unless we want to go by foot. I will be perfectly willing to buy myself a pack horse just for me because I'm kind of bulky.
Well, so far we have 3 votes for boat and 1 vote for horse, and 2 people that have not voted. Could go either way.
Chris is like, whatever.
And we're going
Slightly heartbroken
boating.
about horses, but
I mean, Kelrick's perfectly happy walking, so
Yeah, which would mean it would take a month.
if if time was not of the essence, I would also be fine. Well,
So it looks like you guys are going to try to find a barge, a ship, to purchase passage on.
I guess.
are we still gonna need to buy horses once we get to Darkhold?
Well, we're gonna need camels, I think.
Well, you can't buy camels in Darkhold.
You probably get camels.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not dinosaurs?
Not dinosaurs.
Damn.
Those
Oh.
are only around in Chult.
Oh, that was my Anki.
On the upside, that is interested half orc who drinks a lot of moonshine would be happy to show you around.
Need to import dinosaurs.
That would be cool.
And
Just
I
use the-
assume you want a sailing ship because those are a little faster.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Fastest way to Darkhold, please. Sorry, Uzi. Cut you off.
oh no, I was going to say that. Oh, not one.
Okay. The Billy Boy. So after some digging around and some asking, you find a ship that's going to be leaving from Baldur's Gate, heading up the Shintor River toward Etherel. And the next couple of days, it is called the Billy Boy, and it is helmed up by a family whose last name is May. And you don't get any of the kids' names. There's a pair of teenage twin boys and 3 or 4 much younger children. I'll say 4 much younger children, like 6 to 9 ish, who are scurrying around on the deck of the ship. And these people are like river gypsies. They're like none of them are wearing shoes. When you approach the ship, the man who introduces himself is Papa May, who has really short cropped hair, like almost shaved close with a razor, a scraggly, poorly kept beard, a pipe sticking out of one mouth, no shoes, pants torn up almost to his knees, little kids running around everywhere, his teenage boys working on the ship. When you guys come up to the ship after asking around and finding out that this is the one that's going to be leaving around the time that you're there, he doesn't get off the ship to greet you. Like he doesn't want to step off the boat. It seems. The boat itself is it's a flat bottomed ship, so it has a big flat bottom, no real keel, no real sharp point coming to it. 2 big heavy masts. It's not a massive ship. It looks like toward the back of it, where there would typically be like a second deck or something more complicated. This ship is flat so that it can carry more cargo on top of the ship. Doesn't seem like there's an undership, and toward the back, there's just a big tent. There's like a big ass tent that they seem to live in. And this is the ship that's going to be leaving. What would he sound like? It's a good voice for Papa May.
If he sounds like a hillbilly, I'm gonna laugh.
Oh my god, I can't do Creole, Susie. Um, God, hillbilly. Yeah, why not? We'll do hillbilly. He's like
I deliver on my promise. I laughed.
Southern charm. I've got like 4 voices. Somebody other than Susie or Cat. Southern charm, or hillbilly, or Cockney. Help me out, Rachel.
So, you ever seen Lock, Stock, and Barrel? Remember, the movie where I think
Yeah,
it was
Lock, Stock,
Brad-
and Barrel, or
Brad
and then
Pitt, and
yeah, Snatch.
but like it was in that movie, like it was pretty much the same movie, but like there was a boxer, gypsy. That
You want him to sound like a
I think it's yeah.
You want him to be like a pikey.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on.
I didn't know if that was Cockney.
You'd have to get somebody to fuck it. It's not Cockney. He's a pikey.
Oh god, can't
Because that's
understand
the type
him.
of gypsy. Hang on. You like dags?
You like that?
Hang on. I gotta listen to him. Oh, you still got the legs to carry you. You like dags? All right then. Well, you welcome to my ship now. This is the way that I'm going to be talking, apparently. It's almost Irish, but you talk real fast. Well, here's what we're going to be doing. Then we're going to be sailing up this here river. You want to take some passage on the boat? Then you got to come on the boat. And
If that's okay, we'll pay for passage naturally.
he nods and he's like, "Don't get many passengers. How you feel about kids?"
Oh, I have a but no.
You guys are gonna have to cut me slack on this accent because I listened to 14 seconds of Brad Pitt doing it. I'll practice it though.
Pretty good.
He goes, well then, you come up on my boat.
Yeah,
Leave it up.
sure. Okay. You're. Oh,
Can you
did I
work?
get the? Did I get the? Are we planning on leaving today? Like.
No, ship leave in a couple of days. You got time?
Oh,
good?
yeah, I can work. I'm
Good.
pretty good at picking stuff up.
All right then. We'll get out there. You help us unload the ship.
Yeah.
Move things around, the big heavy stuff. You know. He's like, look at you. You're a big fella. He like
Little
pokes
bit.
Kelrick. He leans over the ship to poke Kelrick. And he's like dirty and wearing like raggish clothing and like a big floppy hat for protection against the sun. Like one of his kids run by and he's like, hey, little shit, don't slip. No one knows how to swim yet.
Don't you think that would be a problem, being on a ship and not knowing how to swim?
I'll throw him in the river. Figure it out.
Tough love.
That's how they used to do it back then.
That's how I learned how to swim.
Right. Oh, Chase.
My dad threw me in a fucking river. I was in diapers.
Bruh.
Probably why you learn so well, actually.
But he's like, all right, then what? Ship leave in a couple of days. You come pile up on here, all of you, a lot of you, bunch of you. You pay for passage. We call it the big a deal. You like dags? What you figure? What you figure? And he looks at his wife. And he's like, me, what you figure? What you figure? How much for a lot of these people coming up on the ship with us? Wanna go all the way to Darkhold? She stops and like peers over you and goes, adds a lot of weight. Adds a lot of weight. And like, can you guys make insight checks for me?
Just stare.
Fuck.
Okay. Layla, you don't think they've ever actually had passengers on their ship before, and they have no idea how much to charge you. Like
Oh,
they don't.
shit.
It's not that they're trying to cheat you, Buster. They might be trying to cheat you, but Layla, it's not that they're trying to cheat you. It's that he doesn't know. He doesn't know how much would be
And Chris,
appropriate.
they're definitely trying to cheat.
How about I think she picks up on this. She goes, "How about 10 gold each, and this one will help you unload." She points at Calric.
10 gold,
I'll
10
help-
gold.
I'll help you
I'll
load
help
up too
too.
if that helps.
Adds a lot of weight. You help on the ship. 10 gold, y'all help.
That's fine.
And he nods and he's like, just to let you know, river bandits. It's a problem.
Oh, we
Oh,
can
we can take
help
care
with
of
that
that.
too.
He's like,
Pretty good at that.
he nods. Once we get past the fields, up toward Elter, I'll be fine. Between here and there, it's not good.
Well, we can also serve as protection on the trip.
He nods. 10 gold. You kill bandits. Okay, it sounds good.
All right.
All right then.
Cool.
Hey,
Dibs on their
Alright.
stuff.
And he like reaches out to shake somebody's hand, but again, he doesn't get off the boat. He like leans over the edge of the river dock. And he's got like
I'll shake
thick
it.
ass, calloused up fucking, river
Go.
people hands.
Calric picks up Layla to shake his hands and she's the one negotiating.
Just shakes Chris's hand, shakes Layla's hand. He's like, "You meet me here early. 2 days.
Okay.
Can do.
All right, that's good. All right. Die, you little shit!" And he takes it off, chasing one of his kids. Go get your grandfather.
Oh my god.
So
Awesome.
on that note, you guys have official passage on the Billy Boy on a ship heading north. I have an accent I apparently need to study.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Hey, we're spending less than one on one horse.
I listened to 14 seconds of Brad Pitt doing that accent, so I don't believe you when you tell me it was pretty good.
I just want to make you feel better.
Oh, I mean,
I
I mean,
love you for lying to me, Rachel.
it was pretty good for 14 seconds.
But you guys have official passage on a ship. You don't have to buy horses. You may have to get some camels as you move into the desert, and you're moving into a desert that is completely unknown to you toward a tower you don't know where is.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, should we try to buy a map or something?
Sure.
Too late.
Yeah,
I feel like the attempt to purchase a map is a good place to start next week.
all right.
and I don't know if even this place would have a map of Anorak.
Well,
Yeah,
they
we
would
might
have.
have more like closer.
They might not have one in Anorak, but they would have a general map of the area, like so that we can know where we're headed. So after we get to Darkhold, we can be like, oh, we should head towards the Battle of Bones. We should basically try and get the map that we're looking at right now.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So the Anorak Desert kind of starts like here-ish. that green line that I'm attempting to draw poorly.
Mhm.
Let me, instead of freehanding it, we'll do it like this. So the mountains themselves sort of border it. So that'll give you some perspective on how big it is, because it goes all the way from the Sunset Mountains way fucking south all the way up to the Ice Mountains, which is like it leads up into the ice caps in the north. So it's a huge desert.
Eek.
So some research may need to be done.
But at least we're starting at the southern edge, right?
Sure.
Shit. We're fucked.
Fucking shit.
Kelric is going to write a letter to be posted back to the severed head and the kids to let them know we won't be back for a while.
God.
Trip.
Did we want to send them anything from Baldur's Gate?
Escort cards.
We're not sending our children escort cards.
It's a fun souvenir.
We could leave them blank. Even more scary.
Oh my god.
What are they into nowadays? Kelric sends them back Baldur's Gate kitsch.
Okay.
Aw.
Ooh. It's like one of them like a little toy, tiny toy, like gate and ring wall, and then like little houses that go in it. Yeah, like that.
Okay. But something that's age appropriate.
I forget how old our children are. It's been so long.
I don't know if you were ever really sure, because they don't really know how old they are.
No, but I meant, but you could around their interest level.
Sure. Cool beans. All right. Well, I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna tap out.
All right,
Bye,
love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Have a good
It's
night.
pleasant. Love you. Bye.